Bill tomorrow. The big question everyone really wants to know the answer to is, can the government, and therefore all of us, taxpayers, make money off of this plan? Warren Buffett, telling Becky Quick just yesterday that yes, in fact, the government can. Take a listen.
The assets are priced attractively now, Becky. I mean, that doesn't mean that they're a total lead pipe cinch. But if you buy these things at market price, if you buy what Merrill Lynch sold at 22 cents on the dollar the other day, you're very likely to make money.
Okay, so what do you think? Mr. Buffett, is he right? On call with some answers. For the hour is CNBC chief commentator Bill Seidman. Also joining us, CNBC's Rick Santelli and Mr. Steve Leisman. I'm going to begin right here with you, Bill, because, we always point this out, but I want to point it out again. You were chairman of the RTC, so you've been through this kind of thing before in terms of the S&L bailout. Do you think that the government can actually turn a profit on this, or is it going to be a big challenge?
Well, it's possible, but it's going to be extremely difficult. First, they have to buy these things at a low price, at a true market. Most of the people that have them really don't want to sell them unless they get better than today's market, or they would have sold already.
Well, they don't want to sell them, and also, what good does it do the economy overall, right? I would imagine, if they're just getting pennies on the dollar.
It doesn't do any good. So they're going to have to pay above market, in my opinion, to get the things. Then they're going to have to manage them. And basically, the government is not a good property manager. Certainly, we tried hard, but we could never improve the value of property that way. So the only way they can do it is if they can manage this property, hold it long enough till we get a good market, and then sell it. There's a lot of ifs.
The government being the property manager, essentially the government's the one that you're paying your mortgage to.
Yeah, and wait till the government starts foreclosing and throwing people out on the street and not fixing the plumbing when it needs fixing and not mowing the grass. The government is going to be responsible as the holder of the mortgage if things go wrong.
So you wonder if this negative sentiment that we've already seen from so much of middle America could actually be compounded.
I think
as foreclosures
the bottom line is that you could make money, and if Warren Buffett were running it on a private sector basis, you might. But with the government running it, it's highly unlikely.
Steve Leisman, but we do have Hank Paulson, who's been chairman of Goldman Sachs. I mean, we've got some key players involved in this. One would hope that if the government is involved in this, that they will be able to make money, that if they hold these securities to maturity, or at least, 5, 10 years, that all this stuff at the end of the day is going to be worth something.
Look, here's the deal, Trish. Bill understands the reality on the ground. I can maybe walk you through the theoretical here about how it is possible for the government to make out. If the government lets the property remain in the management of the property or the mortgage itself in the hands of servicers. If that they work with these people to keep them in their house. If the economy were to come back in the meantime, you might get a situation where you don't have the problem that Bill was talking about. I'm not saying it's likely, I'm saying it's possible that you don't have the lawns, the deteriorating property, because people stay in their house and take care of it. If that happens and the government uses the thing it has, which is the deep balance sheet and the time to use it, then it's possible the government makes out okay. I'm the first to acknowledge that's a bunch of ifs right there. It's a bunch of unlikely ifs, but it is possible.
Yeah.